got all of my readings recorded last Thursday and Friday, and then lost 5 of them. So I won't even go into the details of that, but that was annoying. So here we are. It is already Sunday, and I won't get these up probably until Monday, but I'm going to do a reading for you guys. This is my new deck of cards that I just received in the mail. I've been working on designing them for the last 2-3 weeks, and then I need to work on getting a Kickstarter campaign going. So if you like them and you'd like to have a set of your own, go check out my Kickstarter campaign link, and you can be a backer and receive this triple deck of 36 cards each for a total of 108. So I've really enjoyed doing readings with them. I think you're going to really enjoy it. So here we go. We have 3 for one of you, 3 for the other. This is like a Heart of the Soulmate reading that I will also look at the energies between the two of you. We'll see what's going on. You might identify with either side, so I think it'll be different for each person. So this set of cards is based on Lenormand, but there's also some really great things that help it cross over. Some of the things I love about tarot are in this deck as well. So on one side here we have the Scythe, the Double Rainbow, and the Road. Now the Scythe can be a card that talks about things that are painful, cutting, but to me it's really something that has more of an aspect more often than not I'm just realizing we need to adjust the light here. More often than not is going to have an aspect of that whatever gets cut in the long run is good. Like, you know, if you're doing a surgery and you're cutting, the surgery is painful, but the result is something that's desired. And because we have it next to the Double Rainbow, that's really the assurance here. It is about divine intervention as well, and perfect timing. So if there has been a situation with, you know, one of you or the other person you're connected with as a soulmate or twin flame or whatever you identify with, if there's been something that has needed to be cut away, that has, you know, like it's time, it really is about perfect timing, about it being a divine intervention. It can be painful, it can be difficult, but this is also about a release and about clearing and ultimately about liberation. And what this is going to do is bring in the ability for a choice to be made, because then we have the Road, which is about making decisions. We also have the idea of a sudden decision being made. So this could be very, you know, like out of the blue and out of nowhere, suddenly someone is able to make a decision where they had been stuck and unable to make it before. And that Rainbow just assuring that there's so much divine order and help and aid, and like everything is meant to be. It's all meant to be. On this side here, it's very interesting. We have a card that for me has a similar meaning to Road, except that where Road is about journeying and traveling and going places, and it's also about a decision because it's always at crossroads. The Tracks is where there is journeying and traveling and movement, but there's not a decision to be made. It's like you're already on track. So I feel like whoever's on this side of the equation, they've been on that track for a while. I feel kind of like, you know, you're on the same road in a sense. You're on the same journey. It's just where are you at in the journey. This one is just at a crossroads, at a change point, where this one is on the track already. And there's the bear next to it is saying it's very strong, very powerful, very secure, very stable, and along with that is this total commitment of the diamond ring. Now the counterpart to this card is just the traditional ring in the regular Lenormand, and this is my nuanced Lenormand, and I've chosen a diamond ring to really kind of level up the idea of the ring that means engagements and contracts and connections, you know, bonds in some way where you're really, you know, connected with someone in some way. That can be marriage or union, but this one in particular is even more about relationship and leveling up in relationships. So I feel like whoever this is over here, they are on the track, and they have been for a long time, to get, this is where they're going, and it's very strong. Like they're not giving up on that. And you know, there's not going to be a course deviation for whoever this is. That's what they've been feeling. And you know what they're saying to me right now? They're saying to me to pull from my zodiac. I haven't done this with any of my other readings. They're saying pull from the zodiac that there's someone out there. Now this may not be for everybody, but there's someone out here who needs the confirmation that this gives about who is who. Because I have a feeling that some of you are thinking like, you know, you're wanting to know. So here we go. So this is going to be for over here. We've got a Libra. So for someone out there, this isn't for everyone. For someone out there, this is, you need to know this. King of Air. So this is also timing. So I'm going to pull in that we're bringing in the timing with this. Now, air signs are quick. They're within weeks. They're the wands are days. Air is weeks. So it could be soon, within 1 or 2 weeks. And I have a feeling it's about this sudden unexpected change, but it's like this person over here sees it. This person sees the result. You could be connected with a Libra or maybe possibly another air sign, but I'm feeling that's just someone out there that needed to know this. And for the rest of you, think about the timing here. You're going to see results with it either fairly quickly or in the fall, which would be the whole season of fall, or particularly during the time of Libra, which is September 22 to October 21. So, all right, let's go ahead and look at the energies in between the two of you right now. So right now, a lot of focus on the feminine, and this is for both of you. So if it's the other person and they identify as predominantly masculine, then they're really looking at the feminine. And if this is the other person who's predominantly feminine, then they're more like so focused on self. And that is with this, the moon is also a very feminine card. It's the divine feminine. So we kind of have that doubling up of the focus being on the feminine. And so what I feel like this means is that it's really up to the feminine here. What's going on between the two of you, it's far more in the hands of, or the influence of, because the moon is also about influence. The moon is attraction, it is intuition, the subconscious mind. It also is an invitation. And we have the garden, which is about meeting. So public meetings. So in many cases, this could literally be that the woman either receives an invitation from the divine masculine, because that's what this is about here, what's between the two of you, or she gives an invitation to the masculine. And of course that might be a kind of frustrating message, but this is a general reading, so there will be some people who the feminine is meant to give the message, others will be meant to receive, and that it doesn't tell in this case, you know, who is supposed to be reaching out to the other. And I think that, again, that's something you can trust your intuition to know. Let's take a look at what let me just finish this thought. So basically the energy between the two of you is that it's open and time to meet in person. That's what the garden is about. Public venues, places, an audience, a meeting, an event, dating, literally a date. If you've been in separation with this person, if you are together already, then it's saying go out on a date. Give the invitation. If you're the feminine, give the invitation. What can it hurt? If you're you know, or you're going to be receiving one. If you don't want to, if you don't feel guided to do that, then you'll be receiving one. And let's take a look at spirit animal cards here. And that'll be sudden. See, this is also, because these are connected, there's a sudden, unexpected decision that's made. And it's very divinely guided, divinely ordained, divine intervention is at play. So there's energies, because the rainbow is all about that, about the divine intervention, the higher octave being a double rainbow, higher octave. And so it's higher energies that are being felt suddenly, opening up a way. Okay, spirit animals. So the deck is made up of 3 different parts. We have the picturesque Lenormand, which is your traditional Lenormand, which you have here. And then you have some of the expanded Lenormand cards, which would be the rainbow and the diamond ring and the railroad, which is the nuanced Lenormand. And then we have the spirit animals and zodiac cards. So I have all 12 signs of the zodiac, and I have all these great 24 spirit animals who you could shuffle them all together, but I am pulling them separately for separate advice. Let's do advice for each. Number 11, the Firefly Soul Spark, and someone who's really truly exceptional. I love fireflies. I don't live in the East. I did when I was younger, but one of the things I just was so mesmerized by was fireflies when I was 13 years old, and we went and lived in Maryland for a while. Illumination, magic, your inner fire, soul spark, attraction, someone very special. What I'm feeling is that this person over here suddenly has this kind of an epiphany, and they really realize in their partner how special that person is. It's not like they didn't know, but it comes to the forefront in some way. Let's take a look here. The loons, a deep connection, uncommon bonds. I chose the word uncommon bonds. It actually is if you've read the book, a book called Uncommon Bonds, and it comes from the concept of a psychologist who recognized unique catalytic heart awakening kinds of soulmate twin flame relationships and their unusual nature, and called them uncommon bonds. And the loons mate for life, and they're called a common loon, but to me they're anything but common. They're a bird that dives incredibly deep, much deeper than any other birds, in order to get their food, and they're very committed to each other, so I put them as number 10. And that really deep commitment, that it's like the 10 of Cups kind of card to me. So that comes up here for you. And it's just kind of, in a sense, even that feeling that I was getting from the bear with the diamond ring. Just so committed, not going anywhere, on that one track. So there's confirmation of that. Thank you guys for being here, liking my channel, subscribing to it, like videos, share it with others, and check out my Kickstarter campaign if you're interested in backing me with these cards. It'd be wonderful. We'll talk to you soon. As a longtime tarot card user, I recently took the leap into learning Lenormand, another great intuitive divination tool for accessing the higher knowing of our subconscious mind. Developed in the 18th century by a famous seer, it has a unique voice and direct approach to everyday matters in life. With just 36 cards and simple imagery of things like the sun, the moon, a letter, or a tree, this system delivers thousands of specific meanings through corresponding 2-card pairs. That's a vast possibility of intuitive messages, but the task of becoming proficient in its use is truly daunting. To tackle the learning curve, I decided to create a Lenormand-based oracle of my own that would be visually appealing, but also contain easy-to-read keywords to convey the card's various possible meanings, and contain additional cards that could represent the most common 2-card pairs. It would also include timing cards, because who doesn't want to know when something is going to occur? The final result of my creative design process has yielded a trilogy, 3 sets of 36 cards for a total of 108. The picturesque Lenormand Oracle is a beautiful, classic oracle with warm, inviting images evocative of old photo albums. The nuanced Lenormand Oracle contains additional cards that were carefully chosen to represent the meanings of the most common 2-card pairs from the Lenormand. The Zodiac and Spirit Animal Oracle contains 12 cards to represent each sign of the zodiac and to address timing, but also to show up in a reading as a particular person, similar to the tarot court cards. A number of animals showed up with powerful things to say. Their voices add nuance and reveal secrets of spirit and remind us of our connection to Source. I'm also offering a collector's bonus exclusive to this campaign. It is 10 additional cards that are the planets, including the sun and the moon, and when paired with the 12 signs of the zodiac, they actually form the major arcana from the tarot. This Kickstarter will fund the first run edition of the Nuance Oracle Trio, and subsequent sales will finance the completion of Intuit, an intuitive divination app I've developed based on the tarot and Lenormand. The rewards are as follows. I'm completely finished with the Intuit Nuance Oracle Trio card images. So as soon as the campaign is over, they will be sent immediately to the printers. Thank you so much for your support. I truly can't wait until they're printed, packaged, and shipped to you, and I'm confident that you'll enjoy using them as much as I have enjoyed creating them.